wonderful crowd of folks here assembled really in a matter of about a week and a half. Obviously, this is a decision that I've had to make, that I've thought long and hard about, prayed an awful lot about. Tegwin and I have certainly talked about it, all the different options out there. It's the last 3 years. As I kind of get started, I want to do a couple thank yous, first of all. First, thank God for giving me the opportunity to serve the people. Without his guidance and blessing, and quite frankly, the maturation over the last 3 years, there's no way I could have gotten to this point. So my relationship and my faith is very important to me. I don't speak up very publicly very often, but I cannot tell you how important it is to me to help me make good decisions and to help me grow as a person. Of course, almost as important as him is my wife Tegwin, who's been by my side the whole way, and it's been almost 4 years to the day now that we announced that we were going to run for this office. And there weren't a lot of folks that gave us much of a chance. We were, in the word of one politician, a blip on the radar screen. But what started out as a blip really grew into a storm. And quite frankly, when you get enough storms together, you get victory. And the work of many people in this audience tonight, as well as many people that are, hopefully we'll see this in the paper, or perhaps even on TV, the work of those volunteers that help us get to this point, I certainly need to thank, because they were there for me Saturday after Saturday, putting in hours when it was very cold. We started on Super Bowl Sunday in 2004, and we campaigned all the way until it was almost 100 degrees in the middle of August of 2004. So it was a long 8 months, but of course well worth it. Some of the accomplishments I think that we need to focus on the county, and when I speak about these, I may use the term I, but really we're a team up here in Gwinnett. It takes at least 3 of us to get anything done. I'm really proud of our accomplishments with public safety. When I came into this office, our numbers were drastically low. Our pay was low. We've taken aggressive steps, this board has, since almost the minute we got into office, to raise our public safety pay, to try to bring in more qualified candidates to this position of police officer, our firefighters, our EMS, corrections officers, and our sheriff's deputies. And I'm proud to say that we are almost at full capacity now in the police force. We've added over 300 officers in the years that I've been up here. And I cannot tell you, and I know the citizens are appreciative of the impact that those officers have made in reducing crime in our county. As you may have noticed, we've gotten some good press lately. Even on the news, I noticed last night several items about how other counties are looking at how Gwinnett has done it with our Quality of Life Task Force. And really that Quality of Life Task Force was an idea that spawned out of our commission meeting. Commissioner Green and myself talked about it at length. We had Dr. Kelling come in and talk to us, and that's kind of how the idea kind of got birthed. As well as, certainly would be remiss if I didn't talk about how we, I think, got a control on our growth in this county. We're seeing some of the impacts now and some of the results of that, and the hard decisions that we make up here as a zoning board. I want to thank my 2 planning commissioners, Chuck Warpington and Teresa Cantrell, who have been just an absolute godsend to me, helping me make a lot of the difficult decisions that the county asks us to make, and that the citizens sent us up here to do. I think it's important to note they didn't send us up here to do more of the same. They asked us to change things. And I'm proud of our record. I'm proud of the things we've gotten accomplished, particularly in the area of growth, where we've, I think, got a really good control now of what's going on in the county. Also, parks. It's one of the greatest things that people tell me about in Gwinnett is how proud they are of our park system. We were just recently got an award as being one of the top 5 park systems in the entire country. And that speaks volumes about the SPLOST program. That's what helps fund our park acquisition, the penny sales tax that the voters have approved here in Gwinnett time after time. During my term, I'm proud to say we've expanded park space in the Brookwood Community District. We bought park space in South Gwinnett. We bought the South Gwinnett Park, which was formerly a privately run park, the only school cluster without its own athletic association. Now, the South Gwinnett Athletic Association is run out of a county-owned facility. And what should have been done a long time ago was finally done by this board. It was not easy. There was a lot of arm twisting to get it done. But the bottom line is this board stood up when we had to and got the job done. So I'm particularly proud of that accomplishment. And finally, keeping taxes low. The voters sent me up here to keep our tax rate as competitive and as low as possible. Certainly I think our spending has remained under control. I've made several difficult decisions about what I believe are priorities of this board, where I've been on the bottom side of the vote. I'm not afraid to be a 4-to-1 vote when I have to be. And I pledge going forward that we're going to keep that commitment going. We've cut taxes every year that I've been in office, and I'm going to try to continue to do that. So really going forward, some of the goals that we've got, I'm really here to announce officially tonight that I am running for a second term. It is something I thought long. Thank you. It is something certainly that we thought long and hard about. But I do feel like we have some unfinished business in the county. I don't know who's going to be up there in a year, who's going to get elected or re-elected, but I'm going to be able to serve whoever is elected. I'm looking forward to getting a couple other key goals. We're going to continue to work on public safety. That continues to be a priority of the citizens, and it's going to remain a priority of mine. We're going to continue to look at expanding our park system. Our parks, again, give an opportunity for many of our citizens that normally would have more of a sedentary lifestyle, can stay active now and go to the ball fields and take their kids to the ball fields, and grandparents can take their grandchildren. So there's just an awful lot of good things about parks. Some of the other areas we're going to look at with parks, quite frankly, is how to get better connectivity to some of the parks, more sidewalks, things of that nature. That's certainly one of my priorities. And I'm going to continue to fight to keep our taxes low. I do believe in a very, very narrow view of government. I don't believe that the county government in particular needs to be in every facet of our lives, but there are some very core functions. I think certainly the welfare of the people, so health issues are important, but also core functions like public safety are going to continue to remain a focus of me if I'm fortunate enough to get reelected to a second term. So again, tonight I'm proud to say we're running for reelection. I'm really excited about the turnout we've had here tonight from my supporters. And I know there's many, many more that are out there, and I'm looking forward to taking our campaign to the people to ask for a second term.